Alright, so in the last video we installed WSL on Windows, namely Ubuntu. In this video we're going to start installing the Docker components. However, first let's check our install to see what we have. We're going to type in WSL list verbose. And here we see that we have enter, Ubuntu, and Arch. Before we proceed with this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and then leave a comment down below. I'd love to see other topics that you may be interested in and things that you may find hard to do in an IT environment. I'd love to give you some tutorials and pointers. We'll also be making some additional videos surrounding AI, cybersecurity, and other tech. And guess what? I also brew, so you'll be seeing those inside the videos as well. Let's go ahead and get this done.
Let's go ahead and open up a browser. I'm going to use Google. That's my search engine. I'm going to type in Docker to get to Docker's main page. Should be the first result that pops up. Once on Docker's main page, we're going to click Download Docker Desktop. You'll see multiple options to download. For this tutorial, we're going to select Linux. Once we've selected Linux, you'll see the download page for Linux. You'll see multiple Linux distros: Ubuntu, Debian, Red Hat, Fedora, and then some general configurations and system requirements. Here you see the installation instructions. These are the commands that you'll type in to install, and then your update commands, and then your launching Docker commands there. Okay, now we're going to close that out. Now we're going to open our Windows subsystems for Linux. WSL-D. We're going to specify Ubuntu since we have multiple installs. The heck did I do wrong? Let's see. WSL-D. Oh, I spelled Ubuntu wrong. There we go. That should bring us in the environment. We're going to hit clear so we have a clear terminal here. And then we're going to enter the command to install Docker. Sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade, like spell. There we go. And then we're going to hit -Y for yes. And that should walk you through all the yeses that pops up on here. Now I spelled sudo wrong. Let me go back. SUDO. There we go. Let me make sure all the other syntax is correct here. And then we're going to let that run. Oh, my password. 1 second. Okay, let that run here. Okay, that did not take long at all. So now we are going to run certificates to install Docker. You'll enter sudo apt install -y ca certificates, curl the command, and then gnup lsb-release. And that should install without asking you too many Y prompts. I'm going to just run that again because sometimes I get errors when I install these. Let me do a check here. Okay, everything's looking good. Try and run it one more time just to make sure there are no errors. There you go. Okay, this next command is pretty long. I'll copy and paste it, and I'll also provide it in the description below. But basically what it does is it ensures the system is trusted by Docker's official page, and it is a required setup for Docker, but it also makes sure that you actually load the certificate in. So running sudo apt update after you load the certificate in and you have installed Docker will make sure that the system recognizes the new packages and installs them correctly. So let's go ahead and run that again. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to install Docker Engine CLI, build kit, and Docker Compose. This command is also pretty long, so I'm going to copy and paste it in. Again, it will be down in the description. Okay, so this installation went pretty quickly on the system. Now we need to start Docker. So let's see if it works. Sudo system ctl start Docker. And then we'll run sudo system ctl enable Docker. Okay, let's see what we got here. Everything looks pretty good. This next command that we'll run will allow Docker to be run without entering sudo. And so what we'll do is we'll assign sudo usermod-ag docker, and then we'll say user, so that we don't have to run sudo every time we try and run Docker. Cool. There we go. So now let's check and see which Docker version we have. So we'll type in docker -version. Okay. Docker version 28.00. And then let's see Docker Compose version. Docker Compose version 2.33. Cool.
Okay, when I first made this recording, I forgot to show you how to see if Docker was installed and will run successfully. So you'll type in sudo docker run, hello world. And if you see hello from Docker, this message shows that your installation appears to be working successfully or correctly, then you are good